Welcome back students, warm welcome to you. Today we are going to start the exercise 1.1. Okay, so here let's start the exercise 1.1, the question number 1. In that we have to solve that with the help of the properties. Okay, we have already learned the different properties like the closure property, associative, commutative, and the last one that we discussed, that was the distributive property. From that we will use here. Here the question that is minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 5 plus 5 by 2 minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 6. So whenever we have to solve by the properties, first of all just identify the terms, how many terms are there. And terms can be distributed by the signs of addition, the subtraction. So here let's see, here this is the one term, first term, this is first term, this is second term, this one is the second term and this is the third term. Because here is addition sign, so this is the first one, here is negative, so this is second one and this is the third one. So three terms we have it. Now identify that apart from these three terms, is there any number or any element is common? We can see here in the first and the third, there is 3 by 5 and 3 by 5 is common. 3 by 5 and 3 by 5 is common. So what I am just going to do, I am just shuffle the second and the third term. Second and the third term. To shuffle the numbers, it means which property? That is commutative. Okay, so we are just going to use the commutative property. How we will do? The first term that will be as it is, multiply by 3 by 5. Now I am just going to write down the third term, okay, and then I will write the second term at last. So here that is minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 6 and plus 5 by 2. Okay, here which property we used? That is commutative. So here we need to write that is commutative property. Okay. Now the next step, what we can do? We can just take the common 3 by 5 because in the first term and the second term now 3 by 5 is a common. So I can just bring it out. So that will be 3 by 5. If I just take the common from here 3 by 5, what will remain? Minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3 is there. Now minus sign, so just put the minus sign and here is 1 by 6. So that's as it is. Plus 5 by 2. Okay, now here again, which property we used? This is the distributive. So here we will write that is the distributive property. Okay, here that's done. That's the distributive property. Now we'll just solve this bracket first. So we need to take LCM. By the LCM, you can find that LCM is 6. So I just need to multiply it 2 here and here with the 1 because 3 2s are 6 and 6 1s are 6. 2 2s are minus 4 because that's minus sign. And 1 1s are, it's minus 1 plus 5 by 2. Now here we didn't use any property, so we will not write over there. Now 3 by 5 bracket minus 4 and minus 1, that is minus 5 by 6 plus 5 by 2. Okay, so here is equals to okay, this is the bracket and here is also bracket. Fine. Now first of all we will just multiply this. So 3 into 5, that is minus 15, divide by 5 6 are 30 plus 5 by 2. So again we need to take the LCM. LCM of the 30 and the 2. LCM of the denominator, that is 30 and 2. That is 30 because 30 1s are 30 and the 15 2s are 30. So I just need to multiply with 15 with 2 and 30 with 1. So 1 into 15, that is minus 15 because there is minus sign. Minus 15 and here is 15. So 15 5s are, that is 75 and sign, that is the plus, divide by 30, which is equals to, now minus 15 plus 75, it means plus minus minus, we will subtract 75 minus 15, that will be 60. Okay, so 60 divided by 30. 60 divided by 30. Now here we will reduce the terms. 0 0 cancel. 3 2s are So our final answer, that's the 2. Okay. So here how we can solve with the help of the different properties. Now just pause the video and note it down. Now the sub question second, okay, of the question number 1. So again we have to use the different properties to solve this question, which is given as 2 upon 5 multiplied by minus 3 by 7 minus 1 by 6 multiplied by 3 by 2 plus 1 by 14 multiplied by 2 by 5. So here first of all what we will do, we will just identify the terms, how many terms are there. So let's see how many terms are there. This is the first one, here that's the second, and that's the third. Okay. Now just identify that out of these 3 terms, is there any common number is there? So here is 2 by 5 and here is 2 by 5. That's the common number. So what we need to do? We will just shuffle the third term and the second term. Fine. So because it can be written together. That's all. So let's start with that. Here first term that will be as it is 2 by 5 multiplied by minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14 multiplied by 2 by 5 minus 1 by 6 multiplied by 3 by 2. Okay. Now in the next step, we will take out the common. What is the common over there? That is 2 by 5. So I am just going to take out the common, that is 2 by 5, and just write down here, that is minus 3 by 7 remain, plus sign, and here 1 by 14. Okay. And this term that will be as it is, it's 1 by 6 multiplied by 3 by 2. And which property we used here? That is distributive property. So we will write the reason that, sorry, not distributive, here we just, here distributive and here we use the commutative property. So in the both the way we need to write here commutative property. And here we used distributive property. Okay. So in the next step, I am just going to solve this bracket first. Let's take the LCM. LCM of 7 and 14, that is 14. Okay. So here with the 7, I just need to multiply 2 and 14 1. So 2 into 3, that is 6, but minus sign is there, it means minus 6. 1 1 is 1, so 1 divided by 14 minus this term as it is 1 by 6 multiplied by 3 by 2. Now in the next step we will just solve this bracket. So it will be 2 by 5 minus 6 plus 1, that is minus 5, that is minus 5. So minus 5 upon 14 minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. Now just always remember that whenever two numbers are there and in between there is no sign, it means that is in multiplication. Same is here. Here 2 by 5 and minus 5 by 14. So that's the bracket and here is the number. So it means this both are in multiplication, so we can reduce the terms. So I can cut down 5, 2 7s are. Fine. And here that will be 3 2s are. So what number I will get from that? That will be here minus 1 by 7, because minus sign is there. Okay. We didn't get the minus sign. So minus 1 by 7 as it is, and here that is minus 1 by 2. Sorry, no, 2 2s are 4. So that is minus 1 by 4. It means minus 1 by 4. Now again, we need to take the LCM of 7 and 4, or we can do the cross multiplication because that will be 28 only. So let's do the cross multiplication. 4 into 1, that is minus 4. 7 into 1, that is minus 7. And 7 into 4, that is 28. Minus 4 and minus 7, that is minus 11 divided by 28. This is our final answer, and we solve this question, this problem with the help of the properties. Fine. Now pause the video and note it down. Now question number 2. In the question number 2, we have some numbers and we have to find the additive inverse for that numbers. So what is additive inverse, which we have already discussed in our previous lectures? Additive inverse, it means suppose a number is given like plus 5. So what I need to do, I will just change the sign of that number, so that will be minus 5. So minus 5 is the additive inverse of that plus 5. And why that is additive inverse? Because if I add plus 5 and minus 5, answer is 0. So for any number, what you should add to that number, so answer will be 0. That is the additive inverse. Okay. Here I am just going to do for 2 by 8. Okay. So what we will do for the 2 by 8? 2 by 8, that's the positive. So I will write in the negative one, minus 2 by 8. That is the additive inverse of 2 by 8. If you want to verify that, you can do 2 by 8 plus minus 2 by 8. And if answer is 0, then this is the correct one. Okay, you can check that. Now, second, that is minus 5 by 9. So again, I just need to convert the sign. Here is minus 5 by 9, so I will write plus 5 by 9. That is the additive inverse. Then next, that is minus 6 by 5. So again, what I will do? Minus 6 by 5, minus 6 upon minus 5. Okay, so remember that here is the two negative signs. So what I will do? First of all, I just need to simplify that. Can we cut the minus signs? So if I am just going to cut the minus signs on the numerator and the denominator, what remains, that is 6 by 5. It means additive inverse that is minus 6 by 5. Additive inverse is minus 6 by 5 because minus 6 upon minus 5, that is actually representing to 6 by 5 only. So the inverse of 6 by 5, that is minus 6 by 5, that's 5. Then the next, that is 2 upon minus 9. Okay, now just remember that the negative sign is in numerator or in denominator, that doesn't matter. That is negative sign, I can write in both the way, 2 upon minus 9 or minus 2 by 9 or minus 2 by 9. These all are equal. Okay, so here we are just going to do the same thing. This is 2 upon minus 9. It means I will write 2 by 9. I am just going to convert the sign. Okay, so that is negative to positive. So the same 19 and 19 upon minus 6. So what we will write? 19 upon 6. 19 upon 6. So here question number 2 is completed. So just try to understand very well what is additive inverse, and now pause the video and note it down. Now the question number 3, we have to verify that minus of minus x is equals to x. Is it correct or not? Okay. And there are total 2 sub questions. In the first, x is equals to 11 upon 15 given, and the second one, that is x is equals to minus 13 upon 17. So let's start with the sub question first. There is x is equals to 11 upon 15. How we will do? We will start with the LHS and we will try to do the RHS. So let's do that. LHS of the actual result which we have to prove, that is minus of minus x. Let's write down here minus of minus x. Now minus of minus, what is the value of x? That is 11 upon 15. So write it down as it is 11 upon 15. Now we know very well that whenever we open the bracket, we just multiply the sign from the sign chart. Here minus minus plus, minus minus plus, it means plus 11 by 15. Plus 11 by 15. Now what is 11 by 15? That is x. So at the place of 11 by 15 I can write x. So here we just started with the minus of minus x and we proved the x. It means that is the RHS. That is RHS. So here I can say that LHS is equals to RHS. And that's proved. Okay. Now the second one, the same thing we will do. We will again start with LHS, that is minus of minus x is equals to, what is the value of x? That is minus 13 upon 17. So minus 13 upon 17. Okay, because x is minus 13 upon 17, that's why I just wrote in the bracket. Now open the bracket. First of all, we will open the inner one. So that is minus minus plus, so 13 by 17. Plus 13 by 17. Now again, minus plus minus. So it will be minus 13 by 17. What is minus 13 by 17? That is x. That is x. So from the left hand side, we prove the right hand side. It means I can write that LHS is equals to RHS. Okay. Hence, we prove the required result. Now, just pause the video and note it down. In the question number 4, we have to find the multiplicative inverse. Okay. In the question number 3, we found the additive inverse, and in the question number 2, we found the additive inverse, and here that is multiplicative inverse in the question number 4. How we will do that? Simply, that is minus 13. Okay. But before that, let's see one example. If I am write 2. Okay. So what should I multiply to 2 to get answer 1? That is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. Multiplicative inverse that can be represented as a reciprocal also. Okay. So whenever you find any number, just write down the reciprocal of that number. That will be the multiplicative inverse of that particular number. Now, here are total 6 questions. Let's do by one by one. The first one, that is minus 13. Okay. Minus 13. So for the minus 13, I can write minus 1 by 13. Minus 1 by 13. And if you want to verify, let's verify here. That is minus 13 multiplied by minus 1 by 13. 13 cancel. Minus minus plus. So that is plus 1. Here we got the answer plus 1. It means minus 1 by 13. That is multiplicative inverse for minus 13. The second one. Okay. That is minus 13 upon 19. So again I am just going to do the reciprocal. So that is minus 19 upon 13. Minus 19 upon 13. If you want to verify that, you can do that. Okay. Then the second one, that is 1 by 5. So it will be 5. Now in the fourth one, that's something different. Okay. Directly we cannot solve that. First of all, we need to just simplify the problem. Here is minus 5, here is minus 3. So 5 3s are 15 because that is multiplicative sign. So that is 15 minus or plus minus minus plus. It means that is plus 15. And denominator, that is 8 and 7. So 8 7s are 56. 56. Now we have to write down the multiplicative inverse for 15 upon 56. That will be 56 divided by 15. Divided by 15. Now the next, that is minus 1 multiplied by minus 2 upon 5. Okay. So here again what I will do, minus 1 into minus 2, that is minus minus plus, so that is 2 by 5, and the multiplicative inverse for that number, that is 5 by 2. 5 by 2. This is the final answer. Here that's the final answer. Now in the other way, in the same thing, we can write like this also. Here is minus 1, so write down the multiplicative inverse of minus 1, that is minus 1 only, because that is not for the 1 inverse of 1, that is 1 only, as well as inverse of minus 1, that is multiplicative inverse, that is minus 1 only. Reciprocal of 1, that is always 1. And here multiply by, that is minus 2 by 5. I am just going to write minus 5 by 2. Okay. So this is also the multiplicative inverse of the given problem. The next one, that is minus 1. So minus 1 will be as it is, that is minus 1. Okay, let's check for the minus 1. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 1. Multiplied by minus 1. 1 ones are 1 and minus minus plus, so that is plus 1. So here we got the answer plus 1. It means this is correct. Okay. Now just pause the video and note it down. In question number 5, there are 3 statements are given, and we have to find out the particular property which is used for that particular questions, particular problems. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Here see, minus 4 by 5 multiplied by 1 is equals to 1 multiplied by minus 4 by 5 is equals to minus 4 by 5. So first of all, just observe this. Okay. Here that is minus 4 by 5 multiplied by 1, and here 1 multiplied by minus 4 by 5. So what they did, they just changed the order. Okay, they just shuffle both the numbers. It means whenever we shuffle the numbers at the time, the property that is, which one is that? That is commutative property. So here we will just write that which property they used, commutative. commutative property. Here we don't need to do any further calculation, we just have to write down which property is used for that problem. This second one, that is minus 13 upon 17 multiplied by minus 2 upon 7 is equals to minus 2 upon 7 multiplied by minus 13 upon 17. Okay. Again here you can identify that here they just shuffle the numbers. Okay, they just change the order for the particular numbers. It means again this property, commutative property. Now, in the third one, that is minus 19 multiplied by 29, minus 19 upon 29 multiplied by 29 upon minus 19, that is equals to 1. Okay. So by the observation, right now I cannot find any property for that. But now just observe that here is minus 19 upon 29 and this is 29 upon minus 19. It means what's that? This is the reciprocal of this number. Okay. Or I can say that this is the multiplicative identity for that. So again, what they used, that is multiplicative identity, or which we have discussed in the role of 1. Yes, role of 1. Okay. So that's the multiplicative identity. Then, so here we have completed question number 5. Just pause the video and note it down. Now in the question number 6, we have to do multiplication of 6 upon 13 with the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. It means first of all we need to find reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. So that will be 16 upon minus 7. 16 upon minus 7. Reciprocal of 7 upon 16. What we'll do, we'll just shuffle the numerator and the denominator. Numerator, that will be denominator and denominator will be numerator. Okay, so here we found the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16, that is 16 upon minus 17. Now, what we'll do, we'll do the multiplication of this and this. So see here, that is 6 upon 13 multiplied by 16 upon minus 7. Okay, I did the bracket because of the minus sign. Now, how will do the multiplication? Multiplication of numerator and denominator. Okay, as we always do. So here, now we need to remember the table of the 16 or 13, or we can simply do the multiplication of 6 and 16. 6 and 16. So here 16 6s, that will be 6 6 36, 6 3 6 96. 6 1 6 and 3, that is. Okay, that's one. Or directly you can do 16 6, that is 96. In both the way you can do. The next, that is 13 and the 7. 13 7s are, that is 91. So here, that is 91. And which sign we will put? Plus, minus, minus. It means that is minus 91. Okay. So this is how we can complete the question number 6. In the first of all, we just found the reciprocal of that, the given number, that is minus 7 by 16, and after that, with the reciprocal and the given number, we did just the multiplication. So here our answer is 96 by 90, 96 by minus 91. Okay, just pause the video and note it down. Question number 7, we just have to identify again the property. Okay, so we have to find that which property allows us to compute like this. Okay, here the given is this and we can compute like this. So first of all, let's understand what is given. That is 1 by 3 multiplied by bracket 6 multiplied by 4 by 3. And we have to convert in 1 by 3 multiplied by 6. So this is the bracket and here is 4 by 3. First of all, let's just understand the order of the numbers. 1 by 3, first one, 6 second, 4 by 3, okay, 4 by 3. So there is no change in the order. Now let's identify the other, if any other changes are there. See, here is the bracket that is for last two numbers and here is the bracket that is for first two numbers. So it means here is the pair for last two numbers and this is the pair for first two numbers. Okay. Now just identify the property. In which property we do like that? For example, if I just do A multiplied by B multiplied by C, or if I just do like this, A multiplied by B multiplied by C. Which property is this? That's the associative property. That's the associative property. So write down associative. So here the used property, that is associative property. Just pause the video and note it down. In the question number 8, we have to check that 8 by 9 is multiplicative inverse of minus 1 integer 1 by 8 or not. Okay, so this is the multiplicative inverse of this number or not. We have to check that. So first of all, we need to just do the simplification for this number. So let's do that. Okay, because that is in the mixed fraction. We just convert into mixed fraction to fraction 1. How we will do? We will multiply this both and then we will do the addition here. Okay, this is how we can convert into the fraction from the mixed fraction. So let's do that. 8 ones are 8. 8 ones are 8, but with sign minus sign. It means 8 ones are 8 and 1. 8 ones are 8 and 1. That is 9 by 8. Okay, good. So here we have 9 by 8. Fine. 8 ones are 8 and 1, so that is 9 by 8. And we have to put the minus sign also. Okay, so our answer, that is minus 9 by 8. Now we have to identify that the given number is multiplicative inverse of this number or not. Is it? So here, that's the 8 by 9 and here is 9 by 8. Okay, yes. And the first reason we can say that this is the reciprocal of this number. But just identify the sign. Here is positive and here is negative. Okay, we can change the sign and we have to change the sign in the additive inverse, not in the multiplicative inverse. This is the multiplicative inverse. In the multiplicative inverse, we have to keep sign as it is. But here it's changed positive to negative. It means no. The given number that is not multiplicative inverse of minus 1 integer 1 by 8. Okay, so in the description you have to write that and write down that properly. Okay, now just pause the video and note it down. In question number 9, we have to identify that is 0.3 that is multiplicative inverse of 3 integer 1 by 3 or not. Okay, so first of all, again what we need to do, we will just simplify both the way and then we will identify that is it multiplicative inverse or not. So let's start with this one, 3 integer 1 by 3. What we will do first, we will just convert mixed fraction to fraction, as we did in earlier, in the last question. So here again I am just going to do the same process. 3 3s are 9, 9 and 1, that is 10. Okay, and the denominator is 3. So here we got the 10 by 3. Now here that is 0.3. So that's really very difficult to say 0.3 is multiplicative inverse of 10 by 3 or not. Okay, because it's not looking like that. So again I just need to simplify 0.3 also. So if I just remove the decimal points, I can write the number in the form of 3 by 10. Now just identify that the given number is multiplicative inverse of this. Yes. Okay. Because here is 10 by 3 and the reciprocal of 10 by 3, that is 3 by 10. So it means yes, 0.3 is multiplicative inverse of 3 integer 1 by 3. Okay. Just write down properly with the description. Okay, just pause the video and note it down.